Picture this. Every worry, every anxiety, every moment of self-doubt stems from a single powerful idea that other people's opinions define you. It's not a random flaw in your character, it's a trap. And the masterminds behind this revelation argue that the secret to a joyful, fearless life is simple yet profound. Have the courage to be disliked. But why is being disliked the key to freedom? You'll find out in this video. Please consider liking and subscribing to spread Stoicism to as many people as possible. Your support is a tiny ask that means the world to this channel. Let's get to it. Imagine the life of someone who no longer craves approval. Instead of constantly battling to meet impossible expectations, they focus on something much deeper, living authentically, on their own terms. Think of it like flipping a switch in your brain. Suddenly, every negative comment or critical look loses its power. Lesson 1. The power of goals and emotions. Now, let's dive deeper into one of the most eye-opening concepts in this journey, the undeniable connection between the goals you set, often unconsciously, and the emotions you experience every day. Understanding the hidden blueprint. Imagine for a moment that your emotions are not random bursts of joy or sorrow, but rather signals, messages from your inner compass about the goals you're pursuing. Every time you feel anxious, frustrated, or even overly excited, it's your mind telling you, hey, look at what you're aiming for. Think of your goals as a blueprint for your life. They aren't just distant dreams, they actively shape the way you feel. When you set a goal, even if it's buried deep in your subconscious, your emotions become the tools you use to achieve it. But what if your deepest goals are steering you toward emotions that hold you back? Stay tuned to uncover the hidden mechanics of your mind. A real-world story, the interview paradox. Let's illustrate this with a real-life scenario. Picture someone preparing for a crucial job interview, a moment that could change their life. As the day approaches, instead of gearing up with confidence, they are overwhelmed by crippling anxiety. They might think, if only I wasn't so nervous, I'd nail this interview. But here's the twist, that anxiety isn't just an external reaction to a high-stakes situation. It's a sign of an underlying goal. Deep down, their mind might be steering them away from the possibility of failure. The anxiety acts as a self-imposed safety net, a way to justify not fully committing to the challenge. In other words, the fear of failure is so strong that it's almost as if their subconscious is saying, better not try too hard. Why risk a big disappointment? What if you could reprogram this hidden goal? Instead of aiming to avoid failure, what if you set a goal to master the interview process, to learn and grow from every experience? Suddenly, that same emotion, once paralyzing anxiety, transforms into a focused energy that propels you forward. The fear becomes a signal to fine-tune your preparation, to practice and to build resilience. Rewriting your inner script. This is the core insight. You have the power to choose your emotions by choosing your goals. When you rewrite your inner script, you don't let fear dictate your actions. You step back and ask yourself, what do I really want to achieve? What's the purpose behind my actions? By shifting your focus from the avoidance of failure to the pursuit of mastery and personal growth, you unlock a reservoir of positive energy. Your emotions then align with a goal that drives you to succeed, rather than a goal that keeps you stuck in a loop of self-doubt. Curious how this simple shift can ripple through every area of your life. Keep watching as we reveal practical steps to harness this power. The science behind the shift. Delving deeper, modern psychology supports this idea. Researchers have found that our brains are wired to form emotional responses based on the expectations we set. When your subconscious believes that failure is inevitable, it creates emotions that protect you from that perceived risk. But when you consciously reset your goal, reframing the situation as a challenge to overcome rather than a threat, the emotional response changes. It's like tuning a radio. A small adjustment in frequency can transform static noise into clear, harmonious music. With each deliberate shift in your goal, you fine-tune your emotional state, making room for confidence, curiosity, and resilience. Practical steps to reprogram your goals. Identify your emotions. Begin by journaling your daily emotions. Notice when you feel overwhelmed or held back. Ask yourself, what goal might be driving this feeling? Awareness is the first step toward transformation. Challenge your underlying goals. Once you've identified a recurring emotion, like anxiety before a big event, question the underlying goal. Is it really about achieving success, or is it about avoiding the pain of failure? Rewrite that goal in a positive light. Visualize success. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing yourself overcoming challenges. Picture how you'd feel if you approached obstacles as opportunities for growth. This mental rehearsal can recalibrate your emotional responses in real life. Take incremental steps. Instead of overhauling your entire mindset overnight, start small. Set minor goals that align with a growth mindset. Celebrate these wins and let each success reinforce your new emotional blueprint. The ripple effect. When you master the art of aligning your goals with positive emotions, the effects ripple out into every facet of your life. Not only do you become more resilient in the face of challenges, but you also start to see setbacks as stepping stones to greater achievements. Every moment of anxiety or fear transforms into a signal, a call to adjust, learn, and grow. Imagine living each day with the clarity that your emotions are not the enemy, but powerful indicators guiding you toward your true potential. That's the secret. Harnessing the power of goals to shape your emotional landscape, and in doing so, reshaping your destiny. Now that you've seen how your emotions can be harnessed by redefining your goals, what's the next step in breaking free from the approval trap? The answer will redefine your relationships and set you on the path to genuine freedom. Stay tuned. Remember, every emotion is a tool at your disposal. When aligned with the right goal, they can propel you to heights you never thought possible. Embrace this power, and you'll discover that your mind is your most potent asset in the journey to a fearless, fulfilling life. Lesson 2. Breaking free from the approval trap. Now that we've uncovered the hidden mechanics of your emotions and goals, it's time to confront a pervasive trap that holds so many of us captive: the relentless pursuit of external approval. This chapter is your gateway to breaking free from a cycle that not only stifles your potential, but also keeps you from experiencing genuine, lasting happiness. The vicious cycle of approval. Picture this. Every day, you wake up with an invisible checklist in your mind. Actions, decisions, even the way you dress or speak are all measured against a set of expectations, not your own, but those imposed by society. Every compliment, every criticism becomes a marker of your self-worth. The more you depend on these markers, the more you let external opinions dictate your inner narrative. Imagine trying to build a house on a shaky foundation. Every time you let someone else's judgment seep in, it chips away at your inner stability. The chase for validation becomes a never-ending treadmill. No matter how hard you run, you never seem to reach a place of true satisfaction. But what if I told you that the moment you stop running after this ever-shifting target, you'll unlock a secret doorway to freedom. Stick around, because the next insight might just change everything. Why chasing approval holds you back. Let's dive into why this need for approval is more damaging than you might think. When you base your self-esteem on external validation, you're essentially handing over your power to others. Every praise, every critique, becomes a key that can lock or unlock parts of your potential. Consider this: when you constantly adjust your behavior to please someone else, you're not truly living your own life. Instead, you're living in a performance, a carefully orchestrated act designed to win approval. And here's the harsh truth: no one, not even those closest to you, can give you the certainty you seek. The danger here is that approval is inherently unstable. It shifts with circumstances, moods, and perceptions. You might win praise today, only to face criticism tomorrow. And in that constant flux, you lose sight of what truly matters, your own values and desires. Redefining your self-worth. So what does it look like to break free? It starts with a radical shift, redefining self-worth not by the fleeting applause of others, but by an unwavering commitment to your own authenticity. Imagine the freedom of making decisions solely based on what resonates with your true self. No more tailoring your life to fit into someone else's expectations. Instead, you're crafting a life that reflects your own inner values. This isn't about shutting out the world. It's about tuning in to what truly matters. When you stop chasing validation, you allow your inner compass to lead you. You begin to ask yourself, am I acting in alignment with my own values? Am I contributing to my own growth and the well-being of those around me? Curious how this realignment can transform your relationships and daily interactions. Hold tight. The next segment will reveal practical strategies to silence the noise of external judgments once and for all. Practical strategies to dismantle the approval trap. Awareness and reflection. Begin by observing when and how you seek approval. Keep a journal and note moments when you feel compelled to conform or adjust your behavior. Ask yourself, what am I really seeking here? Often, this self-inquiry reveals that you're not pursuing excellence, but rather desperately trying to avoid criticism. Shift your focus. Replace the pursuit of external validation with the pursuit of internal growth. Set personal benchmarks based on your values and goals. When you achieve something, celebrate it internally first. Feel the satisfaction of living authentically, irrespective of external acknowledgement. Embrace the uncertainty. Learn to accept that you can never control every opinion. Understand that criticism is not a personal failure, but an inevitable part of engaging with the world. When you embrace this uncertainty, you reclaim your power. Each time someone criticizes you, see it as a reminder that your journey is uniquely yours, unbound by others' expectations. Cultivate self-validation. Develop practices that reinforce your self-worth from within. This might include mindfulness meditation, affirmations, or simply taking time each day to reflect on your personal achievements. Build an internal support system that fortifies your identity, independent of external influences. Celebrate others' success. Transform the competitive energy of seeking approval into a collaborative spirit. When you see someone else succeed, instead of feeling threatened, celebrate their victory. This not only liberates you from the zero-sum mindset, but also fosters genuine connections based on mutual growth. The freedom that follows. Breaking free from the approval trap isn't just about feeling better in the moment. It's about redefining the very foundation of your existence. When you let go of the need for external validation, you step into a life where every decision is yours. You begin to experience relationships as genuine exchanges rather than transactions based on expected reciprocation. And most importantly, you start to find joy in simply being you, unapologetically and fearlessly. Imagine a life where every interaction is authentic, where your value is inherent and undeniable. The moment you stop chasing approval, you begin to see that your true worth is already within you. That is the liberating power of self-acceptance. Now that you've uncovered the secret to reclaiming your power from external judgments, what's next on this journey to a fearless life? In our next chapter, we'll explore how redefining your relationships can further enhance your personal freedom and lead to a deeper, more fulfilling existence. Don't go anywhere. Remember, the quest for external approval is a mirage, a distraction from the real, powerful you that lies beneath. Choose instead to live by your own standards, to seek growth, and to embrace every moment as a testament to your unique journey. This is your path to true freedom, a life where the only validation you need is your own. Lesson 3. The transformative impact on relationships. Here's a secret most people never realize. Your relationships could be your greatest source of joy or your biggest burden. When you're constantly seeking approval, every interaction turns into a negotiation. You're not connecting, you're competing. But imagine a world where your relationships are light, genuine, and filled with mutual respect. When you drop the need for validation, you start to see people not as judges of your worth, but as fellow travelers on the journey of life. The transformation is dramatic. By focusing on contributing to others' well-being rather than seeking a pat on the back, you unlock a level of fulfillment that money, fame, or accolades can never buy. Lesson 4. Living a life of purpose and joy. So what's the ultimate takeaway? The truth is, life's challenges are not random obstacles, they're opportunities. Opportunities to practice resilience, to embrace vulnerability, and most importantly, to choose happiness on your own terms. When you let go of the desperate need for approval, you free yourself to pursue what truly matters, your own path, your own dreams. You become the author of your life story, unburdened by the judgments of others. And here's the promise. Every moment you spend not chasing validation is a moment invested in your true freedom. Stay tuned until the end for an exclusive challenge that will kickstart your journey to unshakable freedom. The 7-Day Freedom Experiment. Now, I challenge you to a 7-day experiment. For 1 week, step out of your comfort zone. Make one decision each day without worrying about what anyone else might think. Notice how it feels to act purely on your values. Share your experiences in the comments below. Let's build a community of fearless individuals, redefining what it means to be truly free. Remember, every step you take away from seeking approval is a leap toward the life you were always meant to live. Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey. If you found this video eye-opening, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear this message, and subscribe for more life-changing insights. Together, let's ignite a movement of fearless, authentic living.